Hey, what's up guys, for coming at you with the first part of a new series of videos we're going to be doing on the channel. We're going to take a look at some of my signed cards from the various anime card games I have played over the last couple of years. So if you've never seen any of these cards before, one thing that Japanese anime card games tend to do is they tend to have this rarity, this signed card rarity, where you have obviously a printed sign from the voice actor or voice actress. Sometimes, depending on the set, they'll have character signs, so it's like the character themselves signed, and that's particularly common with idol-themed sets. So obviously you can tell probably with the Nico playmat we have here, we're actually going to take a look at my idol-themed signs. So if you do like the video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Feel free to sub to the channel as well. If you're into Weiss, we do have some deck profiles up here on the channel, which you guys can check out. And without further ado, let's jump into it. So we're going to start things off with the Love Live signs, and in this series we're going to basically talk about, I'm going to talk about each sign and the more relevant ones and how I actually got them. So back in Nico was actually my second, technically my third, but it was my second Weiss Schwarz deck that I actually put serious time into. So the first sign we had, these are in obviously level order, these aren't in the order I got them. So this was the No Brand Girls. This was a XR, so this wasn't really an SP. It was kind of like a character sign. So you can see it's like Nico signed it. I guess that's the whole gimmick of it. Not really. They did have a bit of value. This card wasn't too bad. I still do play it in my Nico deck, even though I don't really play my Nico deck that much. Yeah, so I think I just ended up purchasing it from someone at the locals. Wasn't super pricey. Pretty easy to get a hold of. Next up, this one's interesting. So this is signed by Tokuisora, and you'll have to pronounce, forgive me, I don't know the names of all the VAs, because there's too many. But yeah, so this was from, I think it was like a special set. I'm not sure it was a Meister set, but it was basically a foil version of the School Idol Festival trial deck, and it also had this new card. There was like 10 new cards. It was all the same card with different arts. So there was one of all the girls together, and then there was one of each girl signed. I didn't pull Nico. I think I pulled Maki or Nozomi, I can't remember who I pulled, but then I have to buy Nico. She wasn't too expensive, but yeah, it was a nice artwork. A decent card, but it was not a Nico, so it didn't really synergize too well with the deck. We have one of my favorite signs. Again, it's just a Nico sign, not a Tokuisora card. But yeah, I really liked this card because it was like the first piece of like, you know, Nico, more tribal, I guess, support in that set. It was from the first level of Extra Booster, and it would give global support to all Nikos, and then you could, you know, use it to salvage cards as well, which was pretty uncommon back in the day for decks outside Bread to have access to salvage. Obviously, pretty much every deck can salvage now, so color really doesn't mean as much as it used to in the game, based on what I've seen with new card releases. But I really like this card, and it was a cute, you know, cute outfit, and I like the signature on this one. And next up, we have one of probably my favorite Nico printed sign, with the exception of the SSP, which I don't have for these reasons. We have 3 of the Brainstorm SP from School Idol Festival. I really like this. I really like the outfit. Just the foiling on it is gorgeous. And the sign is really, really nice. I mean, it just says Yazawa Nico smiley face, and the sign doesn't. That's one thing I noticed about the Nico signs. There wasn't too much extra stuff written on them. I think it's just the Happy Maker sign that has extra stuff written on it. But this is also a great card. I mean, this, I remember, I think I picked up one locally, and then I bought the other 2 when I went to Japan. And yeah, these were really nice. I think these have definitely probably dropped a lot. They should get a new Brainstormer in a more recent set, but I still prefer this to the other Brainstormer, personally. We have her first set SP. So yeah, that just says Nico, Ni, and Nico. This card, I think, is pretty much unplayable. I mean, if they randomly give Nico standby, even though she's green, yellow, heck, yeah, this could be playable. But I think you could change into this with some weird, convoluted, like, kind of, it's also like the old style of Nico, like before the anime came out. So I literally only just got this. I got this in Japan as well. I just got this because I wanted to get all the Nico signs at one point. So we have Happy Maker. We got this in Japan as well. This is probably, I really like this card. So I'm a little upset that this card basically gets removed from the deck now, because I really like the sign on this. I think it's the only one where they put extra, you know, extra text on the sign. It's not just the Nico, the other one Nico, and the just the Sora sign. So I'm not great at reading handwritten Japanese, so I know the last bit's like Nico. I think it might be like the Nico Ni chant. But if you guys know, let me know in the comments. The last like sign that I have for Nico is the Climax SP from the movie set. I looked at getting another couple of those, but I just didn't really like the sign enough to warrant getting 3 more of the SP. And finally, this is for you guys that know this deck personally, you'll know about this. So this is a real sign that I got from her, from Toku Sora, when she did come to a convention here. Again, a little upset that, you know, I mean, this is still the best grade 3 she has. This is like one of the, this was an amazing grade 3 when it came out. And I was, you know, I had the chance to get a card signed. I wanted to get like an album or the Shiki board signed, but yeah, ended up getting this signed because it needed to be a card, needed to be a Bushido product. So, yeah, still have this, really nice. There's a bit of my own personal flex, which is why I ran it in the deck. But yeah, so that is it for the Love Life signs. I never got a Mucky sign. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I never got a Mucky sign. If I did, I probably moved it. Never got a, never got any Sunshine signs, sadly. But now we're going to move on to the second part of this video, which is going to be Idolmaster. So for Idolmaster, we're going to take a look at Weiss and Buddyfight. So if you're interested in the Buddyfight deck profile for Idolmaster, I do have one up here on the channel, which I can link in the top right-hand corner. Start things off with my favorite SP from this, which is Miku. So Miku being my favorite character from Idolmaster. I cannot remember her VA's name. I think it's like Nozomi something. If you know it, please let me know in the comments. I cannot remember her. And I really liked. This is like the first time I think that I had an experience with like alternate art-ish kind of SPs, because I know the normal art for this is still just like the same pose for Miku, but like on a pink background. So this, for all the other master signs, at least the main SPs, not the promo ones, they did put the Cinderella clock behind them, which looked really nice, and had the nice blue. And then they did all the signs in different like colored text, depending on whether they were cute, cool, or passion. So that was really cool. Just a little cat there. So I really like playing my Asterisk deck. There is a profile for it up here on the channel if you haven't seen it. I can put a link to that as well. So we've also got the Runko one. So this one's really interesting. I got the Miku shipped to me from Japan from a friend I used to have who was in Japan at the time. And if he's watching this video, shout out to him. Yeah, so Runko I actually pulled from a box. So I think I topped a tournament at one point, got some prize pool, bought myself an Idolmaster box. And this is a time where like I'm pretty sure you still only get 2 1 foil a box. So that was the time we were only getting 1 foil a box. And then Idolmaster had 2 foils a box, which was ridiculous at the time. But yeah, so I actually wanted Runko because I knew Runko before I knew Miku. And this is before I started playing the game, the mobile game. So, and I pulled the Runko SP, which was the most expensive SP at the time. I know the Minami's worth more now. And I did actually pull the Minami at one point and I ended up selling it. But yeah, so the Runko sign, Uchida Maya, one of my favorite VAs. Very nice SP. It's a bit hard to read the sign a little bit because of the blue on the blue, but the Runko grade 3 was never the best card. But I still have fun playing my Runko deck. So then we have from the set 2, we have Natsumi. So yeah, I was super excited for set 2. I actually think I bought about, 4 boxes, which isn't a lot when you think about it, but I was only really building specific cards. I was only really upgrading Runko and Asterisk. But this is the SP I wanted. Everybody was probably like after the Rin SP or the other Tribe Primus SPs or the Arisu, all these really expensive. I just wanted the cheapest SP in the set. Oh, I think Nana was cheaper than Natsuki, but I really wanted Natsuki for my Asterisk deck, and I got her from a box. So it's really cool. And of course the nice yellow, being the weird yellow deck card that's in the red-blue deck. And then we have Rina. I got Rina shipped to me as well. Obviously for Asterisk, nice sign there. A bit hard to see again with the blue on the blue. but still, you know, the nice foiling there. And that's one thing that they also did was like the overlay sort of thing. It's really hard to see on this, but there are like musical symbols. And Natsuki has those as well on hers. It's a bit hard to see. What did Ronko have? Ronko had like feathers, right? Yeah, Ronko had like feathers because she's meant to be like a fallen angel. And then Miku has like little cat heads, if you can see it there. So we also had two of the box topper, ended up picking up two of the box topper SPs. So the English one we have for Sachiko, who's voiced by my favorite VA, Ayana Taiketsu, I think you pronounce her name. God, I probably butchered that. So yeah, I really like Sachiko, mostly because of her VA. It's my favorite VA, basically. So yeah, got that one. It's actually gifted to me from someone. It's not worth much. And then we have Kome from set 2, I believe. So Sachiko was set 1, Kome was set 2. Yeah, promo sign. So obviously that's in my Ronko deck. I'm going to wrap this video up very soon. Just going to quickly take a look at the Buddy Fight ones. So I really only played Buddy Fight for about a month or two, just so I could jump into Idolmaster for its crossover, which obviously probably made Bushi a lot of money. Same with their Bang Dream crossover, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be any more crossovers for a long time. So these were pretty cheap. So they had this thing called the Idol Rare, which is kind of like the character sign from Love Life. So you got Miku here. These were like 2 a box as well, so these weren't really expensive. We got Rina. What was expensive was Ronko, but I managed to trade a bunch of stuff to get Ronko. I think she's the most expensive Idol Rare in the set, as every deck played her. But one thing I didn't really like about this was the whole chibi. They used like the chibi spin-off series for these, so it was a little bit frustrating. They did do one set of actual signs in the set, so for new generations. So I did pull the Uzuki one, and I wanted Mio if I was going to pull any, but... And then we just have a bunch of other random Idol Rares, because I just got them from buying packs, buying a couple of boxes. Boxes are really discounted, not many people were buying into it. So we have Emi, Noriko, but there's so many characters in Idolmaster that there were characters in the game that didn't even get cards. That's how many characters there are in the Cinderella Girls now. This is Kaio. We have Atsumi, Yukari. I had more. I ended up like moving them because I just didn't really want them. We have Yui as well. Like, I like Yui. The characters I wanted to get that I didn't get, obviously Mika, Rika. Who else was there? There was Sachiko. I really wanted Sachiko. I didn't end up getting Sachiko. And I'm still looking for Natsuki and Asuka. I know they're relatively cheap, but the problem is these are so cheap that no one really wants to move them, but I am looking to add them to my deck, because my deck was like a Dark Illuminate / Asterisk deck that worked relatively well for not being the meta build. But hey, anyway guys, that is it for the idol signs that we have for this video. If you guys did like this video and you'd like to see more, I do have a video I can do on like Magical Girl kind of decks, so all my Madoka signs, and obviously I'll throw in the daily life stuff there. Please let me know in the comments below. If you like the video as well, feel free to give it a like and sub to the channel to check out some of the other cool card game stuff we have up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you for my next video.